Hello and welcome to the Ravenwood Open 2016 hole layout. This is going to be on October 15th and 16th, and we're just going to go over each hole, the lines on it, and there's going to be two different layouts, an orange and a green, as you'll see here in the video, which will be two different kind of courses. So if you look here, on hole one, it's just the regular hole one. We're going to have the lines here. You can go over the top or kind of have a hyzer flip. And here is a walkthrough of hole one. You can see it's just straight across and right in there to the basket. Pretty simple hole here. Hole two we have the OB with the orange on the right, so that's OB for everyone in the orange. Here is the walkthrough. It just kind of doglegs to the left a little bit and goes to the basket right there. And here is orange and green. So if you look, orange is on the right, but green is the other layout. So that's for the harder layout, and that has OB on the left. So we walk through here, and it's pretty straightforward, but the OB is going to make it a little tighter than the course normally plays. Now on this hole, we have the only green OB on the left. So when you walk through here, you can see it's going to be tight. You're going to have to stay tight, but that's only for the green course. For the orange course, the hole plays just as it is normally. Now here is the par 4. This is the green tee. You throw in hole, kind of have a placement shot here on the first shot, and for the orange tee, it's actually going to be right around where the placement shot is, a little short of that, and it's also a par 4 for the orange. And you can see this is kind of a newer placement for Buxton, and it goes down here through the woods to the basket right there. Now this is another par 4, and this is the green tee, so this is a pretty tough shot, and the OB lines are on each side just to keep the speed of play going. And you can see the orange is OB for everyone, orange and green, and this is par 4, so you just got to keep it pretty tight and get through the woods. Here is hole 7, so it has an orange line, OB for everyone. If you don't make it to the line, then you will actually have to throw from the drop zone. We'll show you the drop zone here in just a second. And you can see the drop zone is right here with the green OB behind the basket, so it's going to make it hard to run it. You're going to have some OB trouble there. So going on to the next hole, this is the orange tee, and it's a little shorter, dog leg to the left, and you can kind of see that. So there's no OB for orange, but for green you have to make it up to that line there, or else you're going to have to tee from a drop zone right near that tree there. And the basket's not in the place in this video, but you can kind of see right here, that is where the basket's going to be. Now in this hole, it's only green OB to the right, which is going to make it difficult. You're going to have to make sure to stay tight, but that's only for the green course. Just for the record, the kind of the more pro fields will be going green, orange, green, and the AM fields will be going orange, green, orange for the 3 rounds that you'll be playing. And you'll see here the basket is in its normal spot. Now the next hole, it says orange line there for OB, but that's really just water is OB, so OB for everyone, and that's pretty obvious. We'd like to maybe do a hanging basket with some sort of a contest for this. We'll see what happens for the tournament. The orange is in the ravine, and green is the first tier, so you just need to make it above the first tier for green. And for speed of play, the orange will be at the ravine, just so we can keep going. Definitely speed of play is something important here. So if you can see on hole 12, this is the green pad. We're going to recommend having a spotter from the top here, because you can lose your disc pretty easy. And now for the orange tee pad, it's going to be at the bottom, so we're going to have 2 different tee pads for this, which is kind of fun because they just put that in, so everybody will be able to experience both tee pads this tournament. And this ends up being a pretty fun hole. But now for hole 13, you can see the green OB on the tree. That's going to make it pretty difficult hole for the green. You have to keep it pretty tight to the left. There is going to be an orange OB line down in the bottom. Just keep speed of play up. For hole 14 here, you can see on the left there is OB for speed of play again, but the only green OB is going to be down here next to the basket. So once again, if you putt long, you're going to go OB, but that is only for the green. So that should be pretty fun. It's a nice new stump hole. Now this is the long tee for green on this hole. It's basically the same hole as it was previously with the previous tee, just a little longer. And you can kind of see the walkthrough right here, a little dog leg to the right. And that is that for that hole. So 16, it's the same deal. Green pad is longer and the orange pad is shorter. This would be kind of a nice hole, refreshing after a few difficult holes. So there is that one. And hole 17, this is the regular hole 17, but as you'll see after you get over the hill, the green field will have an OB line just long of the basket, so you don't want to drive it long. So now going on, well, for the putt here, and after the putt you go to hole 18, and you can see on the right there, this is going to be the final with the green. It'll be difficult because you got to make sure to stay inside the OB line, and this will be kind of a long finisher hole. Just for the orange people, there is no OB on it, so it's already pretty difficult with the length and the hole position. But that is all of the holes. So really looking forward to this tournament, and there should be a lot of fun. So come on out.